So I'm Keith Lindsey, I'm Professor of Plant Molecular Biology at Durham University. Primarily interested in plant development and the genes and hormone signalling networks that control the development of the growing tips, the merostems of the plant roots, and how that network is influenced by environmental stresses that you find in the soil, like drought or salt stress, that kind of thing. First and foremost, we're interested in understanding fundamental mechanisms of development, but the application of this work is, well, because of climate change, there's big changes in the way in which plants have to deal with environmental stresses such as drought, such as increased soil salinity. So the more we can understand about those basic molecular mechanisms, the better chance we have of developing a more rational kind of plant breeding in the future to improve the quality of crops. When I was younger, I was kind of more interested in being an astronaut because I grew up at the time of the Apollo space program, and then a rock guitarist. I quite fancied being that, but that didn't kind of pan out. So I was interested in plant science mainly through the interests of one of my teachers at secondary school, who was particularly interested in plants. Not all school teachers have a sort of a plant background, but he did, and that really got me interested. I ended up on a Friday evening sort of cutting sections for a book on plant anatomy that he was publishing. So that kind of got me interested in development of plants. So after school, I went to Oxford and studied botany in the years that they actually had a separate botany degree. Now it's biology. So that obviously reinforced my interest in plants. And then I went to Edinburgh to do a PhD in plant cell biology. And then I then stayed on there to do a postdoc in the same area. But at that time, which was the mid-80s, molecular biology, plant molecular biology and transgenics was becoming a kind of hot topic. So I then went to do a postdoc at Rothamsted Research on sugar beet transformation, actually, developing transgenic methods in sugar beet, which was part funded by a company. And then after that, I got my first academic job, which is at Leicester University, where I developed the kind of research interests that I have now, which is in plant developmental biology, understanding genes, controlling development. There are two, I think, rewarding aspects of the work I do as an academic. One is teaching, and at Durham we have some great students that are very enjoyable to teach, and that's a fantastic part of the work. And the other aspect is on the research side. If we get a nice paper published, that's a huge pleasure because so much work goes in that, not just from me, of course, but from all of the people in the lab. And that's a time for celebration when we get our paper out or grant funded. So those are the kind of key things for me.